Hi, Robert.
And this is the McIrvin family, so if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be told every time we upload a video, once you hit that subscribe button, a little bell button will pop up. Make sure you press that. It'll tell you every time we upload. Unless YouTube is on crack and doesn't want to tell you. Sometimes that happens. So, if you're wondering why we're in the car and the title and the thumbnail wasn't good enough, Colton finally has his the first surgery appointment is to determine to see whether or not he needs surgery. So, I just dropped Haley off with my mom, and now we are on our way to the hospital to where the doctor's office is. So those of you who have watched the first video, if you haven't, go watch it. I'll put the link down in the description where they turned him away. So the director and referral service and everybody called me and set it up to where my son could get seen for at least 6 appointments. So that's how come we're able to still go to the hospital and see if we need to be able to get this done. How do you feel?
Good.
He's actually getting seen.
Yeah.
Something finally happened.
So right now we are currently behind a very slow driver.
Going 25 and 30.
Very slow driver, literally. Very brake happy, that's for sure. Alright, now let's just do 15 around a turn. That's cool. That's perfect. 15 around a turn. Anyways, so yeah, currently, oh, look, there's a trike. Currently, we're going by one hospital, and now
We're checking the windows there.
yes, we have to go through one hospital in order to get to the other. There's no smoking on Methodist property. Okay, so whatever floats your boat. You want to get kicked off, that's on you. Anyways, so yeah, we got Colton in the back seat right there.
Hi.
Alright, you guys, I'm gonna have to stop this because there's a cop up there. I gotta go. Careful, bud. I don't need you falling, okay?
Yeah.
Do you have a card? Did they give you a
That's okay. We have the number. We just like that.
Daddy, look, this salt is free.
All right, you're all set. Cool, thank you.
Hey, Daddy, did it go back in the rock? Roll over?
Nothing. Trying to see this is really Fortnite or not. That's fun.
No. Colton, don't stand on that. You sit down.
Hey, Mommy. Look.
Yeah? So now we wait.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Fortnite?
Nope. I have no idea what the heck this is. I don't even know how, because that's how you walk, but it won't let me look up or nothing.
Daddy,
I wish
look.
I
Open.
was.
What do you see out the window?
No, bring that here. Yeah, you can play with it, but
Huh?
there's no off switch. There's no off switch.
Hey, Daddy, look at this one.
Mm-hmm.
Just put this in the corner. What you do?
Yeah, there's no off switch. There you go, Colton.
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. I think. I'm not for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm gonna give your arm a hug, and then if you do really good, I'll give you some crayons and you can color. So when did we notice this? He's had it ever since he was a baby. He had an umbilical hernia. Okay. And then it seems like it's moving up. You want that arm?
Yes.
You want that one?
Yeah.
You're switching up on me, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes. Gotta keep me on my feet, huh? Can I see your belly?
Your belly. Stop that.
You can only see it when he stretches out. It's up further than that.
It's all right.
Okay, leave it on there, buddy.
Right. That's just feeling your muscles, see how strong you are. You can take these crayons home if you want them. And your mom and dad, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
What a sweet boy.
Fill in the paper, buddy.
Wait, I can get it off.
No, you gotta stay up here. Color on the paper.
Ready? Whoa, just no green. No. Stay up here. What's this?
What is it?
Okay, right?
No, it's not green. What is it? You know what it is. What is it?
Says this.
What is it? You know what it is.
Fire.
What color is it?
Color.
Oh my goodness, what is it?
Is it blue, green, what? What is it?
Green and green.
No, it's not.
Green.
What is it?
I don't.
You know what it is.
Yes.
What is it?
Is it red?
Yes. This is blue.
Yeah.
Just have to go through a bunch of family history questions. Okay. Allergic to latex? I believe so, yes. Okay. And then
Yeah.
using Schnucks Pharmacy? Yes.
Hey, what is this?
What is it?
Lolo.
Mm-hmm.
Is he using eye drops? No, those were only for,
Pink eye.
yeah, Oh, when we
so
brought
we're
our
not
daughter
that.
home.
Yeah.
What about Zyrtec? Anesthesia medicine? It's like allergy, the Zyrtec allergy.
You got that little allergy medicine.
I don't remember.
Your mother.
I mean, he's not taking it right now, so.
Is he taking medicine?
No.
No.
Okay.
All right now.
We're happy.
And
What is this?
how many siblings does he have?
Just one other one.
A
For
brother,
me, I don't know
sister?
about his dad. Sister.
My truck is
Are you stepdad or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. And then does sister
Yeah,
have any medical
you
problems?
When we had her in Methodist, they said she had a weak muscle in her heart, but they didn't do like any x-rays or anything on her heart. They just like, oh, she's got a weak muscle in her heart.
Okay. All right. And then
Yeah, this one.
I have for your mother having heart attack, cancer, stroke,
My
heart disease.
mother
seizures?
never had a heart attack. It was my grandmother that had a heart
Your
attack.
grandmother. Okay. What about the other stuff I named? Are those?
She has a blood clot condition called lupus, anticoagulant,
Daddy.
and she also has May-Thurner syndrome and something else to where it makes her body look like she's pregnant, and it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called.
So she never had cancer or stroke.
No,
Okay. Let me do
that's just everyone else in my family so far.
And then I have for your dad a bleeding disorder.
No, that's
Is
my
that-
mom.
Your mom has a bleeding disorder.
Yeah, that was the lupus anticoagulant.
Okay.
It's a box.
My dad, I don't know my biological dad, so I can't tell you.
Okay, that's fine. Do you know about his dad's parents at all?
Nope.
Do we know if they're alive?
Yep.
Okay. And then you and his dad have asthma. Is that correct?
I have asthma. I don't know about his dad.
Okay.
I don't really know anything much on the Gloucester side. I just
Okay.
know what I've been told, and that wasn't really that much.
Okay. And then do you have lupus and seizures?
I had seizures when I was on a certain medicine, and then the doctor took me off.
Okay.
And then the only time I had lupus was when I was pregnant with him.
Okay. All right. And then
Yeah.
You see all those cars, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're starting construction on Knoxville, so now it's going to be even harder to get home. How you feel about that?
Whoa.
was he circumcised?
Yes.
Any other surgeries?
No.
Okay.
No, I can't.
And who lives with him?
The three of us and his sister.
Okay. Any pets?
We have a cat. We're trying to get a dog.
Aww. Is he up to date on immunization?
Yes, I believe so.
And I'm sure they would tell you. And then
You took a triple down.
any smoking inside or outside the home?
Outside the home.
Okay. And what, does he attend daycare or anything? No.
No, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I stay home with both kids.
Oh, nice.
She was working for a while until he started having seizures, and then I told her she could just stay home, watch him, keep a closer eye on him.
He has seizures?
He did, because of the apartment we were in, it had black mold in it and a hole in the chimney.
Yeah, and
Wow.
it was right next to his room.
So the way that the seizure doctor described it to us as with the hole in the chimney and the black mold being so close to his room, it wasn't in the same spot, but they were like right there next to his room. With the hole in the chimney, it was pushing nothing but carbon monoxide into his room. And with the black mold right across the hall from his room and everything bringing that in, he was breathing it all in, and in turn he started having seizures.
You moved out, right?
Oh yeah, we broke our lease.
I would have been so mad at those people. Oh.
Well, it's University Gardens if you want to know. We weren't the only case that came from there either.
It was about 5 or 6 other cases.
That's so sad. I would be mad. They'll be right in.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
And coffee. Daddy, look at that.
There's a hat.
Sure now. Uh-oh.
How are you guys?
I'm good, how are
I
you?
hear we got a little bump in the belly button area, huh?
Yeah.
Is it above it or right at the belly
It's
button?
above it.
Above it.
It was higher, but now it's a little lower.
Okay.
And
So
it's
it feels like
harder
it's maybe
to
moving,
see.
huh?
Yeah.
Is it there all the time or comes and goes?
When he stretches, you can see it.
Okay.
And a lot of times he complains, like, my tummy hurts, I'm not hungry.
Okay.
And, like, a lot of times he don't even play with his toys sometimes. Like, he just lays in bed and complains about his stomach.
Oh, that's unfortunate. How long have we said you feel like you've noticed it?
He's had it since he was born, but
Oh,
it was in
yeah.
his umbilical.
Okay, so now it seems like it's... Is it getting bigger at all, do you think?
No.
Not really? Okay.
No.
And then, does he ever have any problems with he's having pain at it and is throwing up or anything
No.
like that?
He doesn't throw up. He just complains like his stomach hurts. Yeah.
Any trouble with pooping? Does he poop every day?
Not
Not
every
every
day.
day.
Just
Every-
kind of like
every
every other,
other
every
day?
2 days.
Like
Okay.
hit and miss sometimes.
Does it seem like he's ever having a real hard time pooping?
No.
Sometimes.
Sometimes maybe?
Sometimes. It's like once in a blue moon.
Okay, okay.
Always
And you said sometimes he's not real interested in eating or his belly's hurting.
Daddy, I
Otherwise,
did it.
between those times, he's a pretty good eater and
Oh yeah.
everything.
Papa,
Okay.
Daddy.
Any medicines that he takes?
No, not right now.
Any allergies to medicines that we know of?
Not that I know
Have you
of.
ever had surgery for anything?
Just the circumcision.
Circumcision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colton, can you sit up, please?
Can we see your tummy?
You have to stand him up in order to do it.
Do you want to stand up? Yeah, stand up there. Just don't fall.
Remember, stretch your arms up. My mommy just showed you.
Reach for the
Stretch your arms
ceiling.
up.
Where do you see it?
Yep, right there.
Yup. Did he have a big outie belly button before?
Because of the umbilical hernia, it would push, the intestines would push it out even more.
Yup. But it's gone away.
So then what would, that bump is why we would
So-
be here.
The belly button is closed.
Okay.
This here, this is called an epigastric hernia. Do you ever see this one get big anymore?
No.
No. So this one was an umbilical hernia. He was born with it. And those tend to close over time.
Yeah, that's what Dr. Becker
Okay,
said.
by age 5, almost all of them go away, and if they're still there then we have to fix it. Once it's closed, it doesn't usually come back. This guy up here is called an epigastric hernia. All right, you can sit down. Ready?
He's had that since he was like 1.
The upward one?
Yeah.
So that's called an epigastric hernia. The way to think about it is when we're being developed in the womb, okay, our abdominal wall is kind of growing from the back to the front, and each side comes together, and the sides are supposed to kind of lock together like this, and they have
Right.
fibers that crisscross and then make it strong. Sometimes as they're doing that, a little weak spot stays there, and it kind of can push through. You might
Okay.
not see it right away, but it's usually been there since birth, and then something kind of starts poking through there, and shows up just like that.
Okay.
It's not something that goes away. It's not the same as the belly button where the intestines can go out into it, but it can make them sore because some of the layers of fat that pad our abdominal wall can kind of push out through there, and that's what's pushing out. And they can get a little irritated or stretch, or sometimes they get stuck and a little sore.
So that would explain why he wouldn't want to eat and complain of his stomach.
Maybe, it's possible. You know, because we know that those aren't going to go away, we tend to say we can fix them. Where the belly button we would watch, like Dr. Becker was saying, we wouldn't bother to fix it. But these ones we would say, well, we should fix that because we know that's not going to go away, and we can never fully say it's not the source of him having that kind of belly complaint.
Right.
Right, so that's something we could plan to fix and schedule.
Okay.
And then, you know, just have it done with, and that way we know we're okay. The way we fix it is we make a small incision right over the top of where it is. We actually have to, the day of the surgery, we'll have them stretch up like that and circle it.
Okay.
So once they're asleep, the darn things disappear. And
Yeah.
we don't want to have to explore the whole area. We want to know this is where it was. And we go down, we find a little opening.
No, the
stitch
tiny
it shut.
incision, it's going to be like real tiny to where I wouldn't have to worry because I also have another kid at home.
Oh, yeah, no,
and
it'd be
she's an
fine.
infant. And he's crazy. He will jump off the couch and like land across the room.
He'll be okay. He'll be okay because the incision will be probably about, you know, like a half an inch or so.
Okay.
And then what we do is, because we know that they're crazy at this age, we put it together with good stitches, but the stitches are under the skin and dissolvable. And then
Cool.
we reinforce it with tape over the top, then we put
Kinda
some
like-
gauze and then a whole Band-Aid on top of it.
Kinda like a
it's well
C-section?
defended. A little bit like that, yep.
Okay, cool.
We don't
Would it
put
be kinda
stitches
like-
on the skin because we don't want to have to come back and take them out.
Right.
You know,
And harm or
worry him
yeah.
about it. So we leave them all under the skin and dissolvable, but they're good and strong. And even though they're super active, we just say let them go do everything they normally do. The only difference is we don't soak it under water for a week, just so
Okay.
we can let it seal.
So kind of give
But you
him
can
like a shower.
splash off in the shower. And that's
Okay.
fine.
Will the incision cut, would it be with a laser, knife, or?
With a knife, so it's nice and smooth. That way, it comes back together and heals. There'll be a tiny little blue crane down. There'll be a tiny little scar there, but usually it kind of fades in, and he's actually got a little skin crease right over the top of that. So anytime we can kind of hide it in the crease, it heals even better.
Cool.
But then it'll be gone. We close the hole that he's got there, right? The hole that stuff's pushing through, we close that up also with dissolvable stitches. So in the long run, there's nothing there, there's no mesh or anything like that. Once we close it, then he can scar it shut, and then the stitch dissolves and it doesn't need to stay there anymore.
So would there be a likely chance that later on in life he'll get different hernias or different other types of hernias?
He may have others that are there that haven't shown up yet. Although with how active he is, and you know that you've seen this one, usually they show up. And just because you have one of those doesn't really make you more likely to have any others.
Okay.
And so, you know, we don't usually go looking for them because they're really difficult to find unless you know exactly where you're looking. So, unlike the belly button hernias where we can say, well, it's right under the belly button, this one is, you know, it's in everybody that has these has them in different spots. Always right in the middle because that's where it is.
Sometimes it's up higher, sometimes it's lower, it just depends.
And some of that is what happens is as stuff pushes out, sometimes it can kind of track lower, so you see the bump lower or see the bump a little higher. But the hole is always at least somewhere near there, and so we get down there and we start looking just on top of the surface level for the stuff that's sticking through and the defect, and then take care of it.
Okay, cool. Colton, can you please sit back because you are scaring me?
You are right on the edge. We're ready to swoop you. Any problems with swelling or bumps down lower in the groin area?
I don't.
Not that
you gotta
you've
ask
seen?
him.
No.
Okay.
I don't. Wait, we're worried parents. You know, we got people that try to call these too fast.
I mess with him with that stuff. She messes with the girl with the other stuff.
Can you lay back and let me see?
He's gotta check out your tum-tum, Bubba.
We gotta check out your tummy. Make sure you're doing okay. Are you ticklish?
No.
What? You laughed.
Yeah, he's still not completely potty trained
That
yet.
happens. It happens differently for everybody. All right, gotta look down here.
He's not gonna hurt you, buddy. It's
No,
okay.
only doctors or mom or dad help to make sure everything's okay down here. Okay, testicles are where they belong. No lumps or bumps. Yeah, you're good.
Good.
Just the one
That's
hernia
me.
for right
I
now.
make sure.
Just the one hernia. Okay. Ready?
Next time I give him a bath with a little sponge, and when I go down there, I make sure there's no lumps or nothing down there.
That's it. So I would say we could work on scheduling anytime. We could pick out, later this month or
As soon as possible to
do
get
it
it
early?
over.
No problem. Well,
I'm one of those people, if it's later on in the month, I'm going to procrastinate on it, and when it comes up, I'll be like, no, I can't do it right now.
Gotcha. Let's look ahead. We can do probably next week, most likely,
That'd be
without
cool.
any trouble.
Before things are scheduled.
Preferably on Monday if you can.
Let's see. I have days open on Tuesday.